Hi, this is Brian Pash, and welcome to the 2022 AWA Product Preview Show. First of 4 days of great products that were submitted this year for consideration for the prestigious AWA Awards. Each of the next 4 days, we are going to be talking about a dozen to 15 different products. We're going to give you a little highlight of what the product does, but best of all, we're going to share with you a clip from the presentations that each company gave our product review team. Now, we're not giving away any winners because that's reserved for the AWA Award Show in Las Vegas just before NADA kicks off. But this show is to allow you to get a little sneak peek of new products on the market and updates to existing products to help your dealership sell more cars in a digital age. So what are we waiting for? Let's get on with our first product on today's show. Joe Gillespie and the team at Dealer eProcess have not disappointed the AWA research team this year with another amazing submission for their excellent website platform. Dealer eProcess has been a top award winner every year, and they continue to invest in their website platform with a completely redesigned CMS for faster page loading, more tools to help dealers deal with in-transit vehicles or out-of-stock vehicles, and of course, better integration with their amazing Sarah digital retailing tool. Dealer eProcess has made innovations in dealership websites, inventory management, digital retailing, and of course, these websites support their integrated advertising package. But you need to see some of the features that were highlighted this year in the Dealer eProcess website presentation. So let's take a peek at what we saw as some of the highlights and benefits of using a Dealer eProcess website to help dealers sell more cars in a digital age.
We're excited to obviously go through Dealer eProcess's website platform with you today. Amongst all the technology we're going to talk about today, I also want to highlight support, because when I speak to dealers every single day, one of the biggest things that causes a dealership to look at moving to a new web provider has to do with the support and partnership they get from that provider. So Dealer eProcess ensures that our dealers get really great support. They have a dedicated account executive that is their go-to person. They can call, text, email anytime they need help with anything, have questions. We also have a great development team. Dealer eProcess actually strives to ensure that we have a minimum of 9 support and development agents for every 1 salesperson in the company. This way, as we grow, we can ensure we have the right support. And platforms like Driving Sales proves this. We're proud of the fact that we have the highest website rating of any of the major providers in the website space amongst all of them. And this really goes back to, again, not just great technology, but also the commitment our teams have internally to supporting our dealerships every single day with their website platform. So with all of our designs, whether you're looking for, as a dealer, video background site, designed to have large scrolling banners for offers and specials, or just really open and airy designs that mimic web platforms like Apple and Amazon, the goal is no matter what design you choose, we have a site that is, again, simple and easy for the shopper to be able to utilize. And as we go into one of our live sites today, I'm going to show you some of those hallmark features that make our website so successful. First things first, with our navigation menu, this has been a hallmark of Dealer eProcess. This is what we call the mega menu. What we do is expand the information out. One other feature we've incorporated on the homepages, and you'll see this a few different ways, is giving consumers a better and more modern way to find vehicles that might be of interest to them. We take it one step farther and give consumers the ability to also filter inventory down based on key features and options. And this is great because normally this type of functionality only exists on the inventory pages. We're bringing it forward to the homepage. So as a consumer, if we're looking for a vehicle, let's say with third row seating, and a towing package, you'll notice it's filtering that inventory down here on the left in real time. The goal is, again, make it simple and easy for the customer to navigate into the website based on what they're looking for and be able to do that with as few clicks as possible. So first and foremost, when you get to the search results page, we want to make it easy to, again, filter down to find the vehicles that consumer might be looking for. And we do that a few different ways. First is we have a feature highlight search up here at top. So anytime someone would want to filter down the inventory based on any of those key features, much like on the home page, with one click, they can go ahead and filter that inventory down based on those features. And then you'll see on the left-hand side, we have a very robust accordion-style filtering system that allows you to go through and determine, based on numerous things, what you'd want to find. I will note these can be customized, which we'll talk more about in a moment, again, at the dealer level. So if there's specific details that you want to make sure that people can search and filter or potentially remove based on your brand, again, that can be tailored for each individual store. Ensuring that the information that's most valuable to consumers is available directly here on the search results page. And this is a big change from what a lot of other web platforms have. Again, we brought the key information that they're looking for most likely here to the SRP. You can click through, actually on mobile, swipe through all the photos right from here. So having different ways to engage the web's inventory directly here on the search results page is a great way to increase overall engagement and conversion on the site altogether. There's a lot that we're going to do to help merchandise the vehicle and, again, keep the consumers focused here on your website. A few of those things that we can do, first and foremost, all of the photos that are displayed, Dealer Process does not compress the photo size or reduce those photos down. Meaning if you're taking high definition photos of your inventory, we can display them in that great high definition format. This gives you a few additional options. First is the ability to have what we call hyper zoom. So notice as I click on this photo, I can actually zoom in and view in greater detail elements of that vehicle. We also can overlay key information about the vehicle. This is through our inventory management solution. Things like feature spotlights you'll see here down at the bottom of the photo. We can highlight key information or attributes about the vehicle itself. These are all automated. You don't have to go in and manually select those. It can do those all automatically. We also have what we call vehicle hotspots. This is key information about the vehicle overlaid on the individual photos themselves. So you'll see like this one here, click on it, it talks about the headlights. This one talks about warranty information. The idea is all the details that we have kind of buried lower on the page, let's face it, a lot of people will never get to. We want to make that information available here on the photos themselves. And then as you scroll through the different photos, you'll see there's different hotspotted information that displays relevant to the photo itself. The idea is to make it a more immersive experience for the consumer. So as they're looking at the vehicle in great detail, they can also be able to highlight key information relative to the vehicle itself. I want to talk a little bit more about testimonials. Again, you'll notice here on the VDP, we have testimonials pulled onto the website. The reason that we're doing this, just like we did on the homepage, is we know reviews or testimonials are a major part of the consideration, regardless of what you're purchasing, whether it be a pair of shoes or in this case, a new vehicle. And it's important that we can get that information out in front of the shoppers, because what happens oftentimes is the only place to find this information is buried somewhere in the navigation menu. And just a fraction of a percent of customers ever take the time to go up there. When it comes to credibility, we want to bring in a lot of the other detail that we're collecting. So we'll have the consumer's name, the platform the review came on, the photo or avatar thumbnail, and of course the star rating and text review itself. With inventory availability the way it is today for most dealers, stores are constantly looking for ways to help drive and engage the traffic, even if they don't have necessarily the vehicle in stock that person might be looking for. So another feature that we offer, which is something essentially exclusive to us in the website space, is the ability to build and configure a new vehicle directly on the website platform. So unlike most platforms where the consumer has to go to the manufacturer site to go build out and configure a vehicle based on the options and features they're looking for, you can actually enable that same functionality directly on the Dealer eProcess website. So in this case, if we're wanting to go build a vehicle, let's say we're going to go build a new Volkswagen Taos, I can simply, once I select the model, select the trim I'm looking for, and in our builder, you can actually go in and configure the vehicle based on just the way you would at the manufacturer site. So based on colors, options and packages can be selected here. You'll notice all the details as well as the retail value of each of those option and packages is displayed. And then the best part about it is as someone's building out their vehicle, not only can they save or send in a request for the vehicle itself, we'll also be able to display available inventory on the website that might match or be a similar vehicle to what they're looking for. Taking information about how shoppers are engaging the website, what it is that they're potentially looking for, and then optimizing the content on the website to be relevant to them. So a good example would be if we're a consumer and we come to the website for the first time. In this case, you can see a very traditional large homepage banner that's showing up. But as we navigate into the website, in this case, let's say we're looking for a new Land Rover, Range Rover Sport, that now that we've identified as a web provider, that's the vehicle this person's interested in. Once they come back to the homepage, either later that day, later that week, or even a month down the road, we can dynamically change out the homepage banner to be relevant, in this case, to the Range Rover Sport. We can even engage them with what we call a pickup banner. And this is essentially a banner strip that goes above the header and allows the consumer to pick up exactly where they left off. So if they had navigated to the inventory, they had filtered with several different options to get to exactly the vehicles they're looking for, and again, they close out of the website, rather than having to rebuild that search from scratch, with one click, we can put them right back to where they were at on the website so they can pick up, again, right where they left off. So the idea is making sure that we can tailor the websites, kind of, stealing, obviously, the Amazon experience, if you will. The idea is rather than one static website that everybody sees, essentially you have hundreds of variations of the website that are tailoring and curating that content based on the consumer behavior as we see it on the site itself. Once we configure a payment, and this can be, again, the national offer for each make and model. It could be a private offer at the dealership based on things like rate, term, and down payment that you want to have set up for your payments. Once those are built out, now we can, again, make sure that it's displayed the same way across the different website elements. So in this case, our example is we configured for a certain make model finance deal at $386 a month and a lease at $353 a month. So on platforms like, say, the SRP page, we can make sure those payments correspond and are displayed on the individual vehicles that qualify. Same thing on your vehicle details page. We can make sure, again, whether it be the finance side or the lease side, those payments are all going to match up with what you built in your syndication. We can even tie this in for dealers that use us for digital marketing in your dynamic lease offer ads and finance offer ads there as well. This is especially important because imagine a consumer that goes online, in this case Google, they do a search and they see an ad offer for, in this case, a lease payment for $353 a month. If they click on that, we know that that's obviously something that's very relevant to their search. The last thing we want to do is land them somewhere on the website that has no corresponding information. They can't find the vehicles that do qualify for a $353 a month payment. Obviously, nothing happens until consumers actually get to the website itself. And so there's a lot of things that we do as a platform to provide great optimization to drive organic traffic to the website itself. So without the time to be able to go through all of them in detail today, I will just say we have a great foundational SEO strategy, things like schema markup, inventory, SEO-rich URLs. We can also dynamically target not just the city the dealership resides in, but also the surrounding cities as well. So we can increase that organic footprint dealers have, especially for ones in metro areas that are getting a lot of search potential from surrounding cities, not just the one that they reside in. And then we have a host of other premium SEO services as well that we provide. The goal is, again, making sure that dealers not just see a steady flow of organic traffic, but an increase there as well. We did an audit last year of almost 100 dealerships that moved over to Dealer Process. What we found is in the first 30 days alone, our dealers on average saw an increase of over 20% when it came to sessions and new users. Simply put, dealers that move to Dealer Process see an actual increase in their organic traffic even in the first 30 days, and we continue that trend thereafter. And this, I think, speaks volumes to the way that we build a lot of great foundational SEO standard with the website platform, as opposed to really making all of our SEO a paid option there. So even for stores that are on more of a focused budget and don't have the additional funds to spend money on SEO, they get a lot of value from that within our website platform standard.
I hope you enjoyed that video, but a short video like that doesn't do justice to the amazing technology, the speed at which their websites load, the mobile experience, and the back-end management tools to make it easy for you to update your websites in real time to business conditions and needs. So I encourage you to visit dealereprocess.com, schedule a demo, let them know that you saw this preview on the AWA Product Showcase, and again, remember to stay tuned for the updates in the coming days to see who's taking home those coveted awards in the website category. Digital marketing continues to get more sophisticated, and Dealer eProcess continues to innovate their digital marketing services that they offer dealers. This year, Dealer eProcess was one of the first website providers and agencies to have those new vehicle listing ads right at the top of Google search results. And they continue to innovate with inventory-based advertising strategies that drive more traffic to your dealership website to convert more people into customers. Each year, we are impressed with Dealer eProcess's reporting platform, which integrates into the dealer's DMS to tie digital ad spending into car sales. In fact, Dealer eProcess is one of the few companies that actually ties ad spend into revenue that the dealer has in their DMS for sales and service. Their advanced advertising strategies, their excellent reporting, their efficient use of dealer funds, and most importantly, the stability of their account management team makes them a standout each year in the digital marketing category. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at an excerpt from their video presentation to our research team this year on their digital marketing tools.
We are approved in the following OEM programs. We're always adding more. And so as dealers are looking at marketing providers and ensuring that the ones that they're choosing are co-op eligible and approved by the OEM, we are typically able to tell them that, yes, we are part of that program. Customers don't follow a linear path on anything these days. It's not like a customer sees a display ad and then says, well, that's a high funnel ad, so I'm not going to click on it now, but I'll wait till I go to Google search and then, click on that ad to go to the website. It just doesn't work that way. For us, we think of it almost like a marketing cloud, to where at any given point, the consumer can take whatever ad we put in front of them and then decide at that moment to go into the dealership or go to the website and fill out a lead. So these things are all kind of interacting with one another, but they're also interacting with the customer at almost the same level, to the standpoint of driving them into the marketplace. And what's nice is that, of all these boxes here, one tends to play off the other. And of course, it starts with targeting. And so piping in data from all different spots, particularly Amazon, Oracle, Urban Science, allows us to take a dealer's marketplace and slim it down to just those folks that we know are likely to be buying a car right now versus those who are completely out of market. And we might even get that data from the dealer's own DMS, right? Amazon has data that says that 63% of car buyers purchase the vehicle shortly after experiencing what they call a life event. That means, graduating college. It means maybe you moved or you got married or you had a kid. Amazon uses their data and the kind of the trends and the information that they're seeing at the customer level to determine if somebody is one of those, quote, life event consumers. And if they are, they then end up in our targeting buckets. Next, I want to hit on the ad creation and how we optimize. First, for us, it's always, what can we do that's custom to the dealership? What can we do that's custom to the consumers in the marketplace and what they might be searching at a given time? So we always prioritize writing custom ad text with the use of the best ad extensions at any given time for the dealership. We always do, though, run ads for the inventory. And this is something we've updated this year. We've updated the system that pre-scores our inventory ads to make it a little bit more robust and use some more refreshed data. So like everybody else out there, we run ads on each and every piece of inventory that gets funneled through our platform. But unlike anybody else out there, we actually take the data that we have historically to tell us, for a particular dealer in a particular market, for a particular type of vehicle, which ads that we would generate tend to perform the best and which ones tend not to perform the best. And what I like is, again, going back to targeting, we do have that Oracle partnership that allows us to pipe their data into the Facebook platform and use the information that they have on their end from companies like Polk or TransUnion or things of that nature, that then allow us to filter out consumers who are out of market, who maybe aren't in the right financial situation to buy a car or whatever. And then we also layer on that dealer's first party data, which I mentioned a minute ago, probably from the DMS. It's the best place to do it. That can then isolate those consumers further and even suppress people who maybe bought a car within the past year, who we know probably aren't going to be buying a new one anyways. And so all of that put together makes our Facebook ads perform well and perform efficiently. This is a new feature for us, and this is what I mentioned was one of the benefits of being that Google Premier Partner and getting access to the betas is the Google Vehicle Listing Ads, or VLAs. It's the newest change. It's the biggest change that Google's made in automotive search in a long time. And ultimately what it is it's taking a dealer's inventory feed and piping it into search and displaying it here the same way that they would display a traditional Google shopping ad. Like if you were to search for shoes for sale, you're accustomed to seeing all these different Nikes lined up at the top of the search page like we see right here. Well, they're doing it now with inventory. And this is going to be a big thing for Google in the future and for the dealers moving forward. This is a really nice thing to be able to offer our dealers. That's a bit of a differentiator for them now because not everybody can put them in this ad spot. It only right now is running for used vehicles. Google has said they're going to incorporate new within the next year here. But if you're running VLAs and text ads, your car could be here and your ad could be right beneath it. So you could occupy 2 ad spaces, which is huge because that just doubles your chances of getting that click.
Well, I hope you realize that Dealer eProcess has not been resting on their laurels from past award years. And this year, with upgraded website technology, with new ad units, and better reporting, well, what are dealers looking for other than the stability of thought leadership and account management, which Dealer eProcess delivers year after year? If you would like some more information on the Dealer eProcess digital marketing services, just go to dealereprocess.com and request a demo. Very excited to see the Dealer eProcess streaming TV video advertising entered this year into the AWA Awards because of the popularity of OTT video. It seems that everyone and their cousin is calling on dealers and saying they can sell OTT. But is it delivered properly, and is the reporting accurate, or is it somewhat wishy-washy? What I'm hearing from dealers is more often than not, they're wondering where their ads were placed, what type of frequency were those ads seeing, and what type of reporting would validate that CPM. Well, Dealer eProcess hired an industry veteran to come in and build a world-class OTT advertising platform for the automotive industry. And their team has worked hard over the last 2 years to build what I believe is one of the best video advertising solutions for dealers because it's specific to the auto industry. It leverages the dealer's inventory, brand message, even message about digital retailing, and their ability to place these videos to cord cutters, smart TVs, and even on the Amazon platform makes the Dealer eProcess streaming video advertising toolkit a valuable partner to add to any dealership's marketing strategy. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at an excerpt from the presentation that Dealer eProcess presented to us on their new streaming advertising platform.
Hi, this is Tim Bowles, Director of Streaming Advertising at DEP, an Amazon automotive advertising partner. Today, I want to share with you as dealers why we are a superior, hyper-targeted streaming service that is better than traditional TV cable broadcast. Let's start with why the customers are moving. For years, they've been using dish or cable to get their premium content to their television, the A&Es, the TNTs, the ESPNs of the world. Today, they're using applications, free applications that bring the same premium content to their smart TV, stick, mobile device, however they're choosing to consume this premium content. It's on their time, it's on their device, and it's the way they want to consume. What does this mean to you? Well, 214 million people will access a CTV at least monthly in the last year. If you're going to follow the people, follow them through to streaming. When you look at cord cutting over the last few years since 2016, you can see it's over a 30% drop by 2020 in traditional ad-supported television. That same 30% has moved and grown the streaming advertising supported television in the blue on this slide, as you can see. And that means people are making the choice to drop their video content from their cable provider, their satellite, and move to streaming. What does this really boil down to is how far will your budget go? Using untargeted local broadcast television that is based on surveys and probabilistic data, you're going to pay on average across the nation $15 a thousand. On a $5,000 budget, that's going to deliver 333,000 impressions. Polk says that in any given time, there's only 6.8% in the market for a newer used luxury or non-luxury vehicle. That's approximately 22,600 impressions out of the 333 your $5,000 budget would have bought you. So you're paying for a whole bunch of people that you don't care about because they're not in market. So now your cost per thousand goes from 15 to 221. That's a 93% waste. The same is true of cable. Everybody's not been able to get cable because sometimes it doesn't run in front of their home, so they make the choice not to. So it's always been a higher CPM, around $19 on a nationwide basis. That same $5,000 budget gets you 263,000 impressions. Using Polk's 6.8%, that'll give you about 17,894 impressions that are in market for a vehicle today. That's what you really wanted to buy. Instead, you're going to pay, instead of paying $19, you're going to pay $279 CPM with a 93% waste. Now, when we sell streaming automotive advertising to dealers, we are only going to target the people in market. So I've seen CPMs from 30 to 60 bucks. I'm going to use 45 for this example. 45 into $5,000 is 111,000 impressions. You take and say, I only want the 6.8% in the market, Tim. Guess what? We're going to sell you 111,000 impressions that are only in market. Zero waste means we deliver a $45 CPM. So what would you rather pay? $221, $279, or $45? Our advantage is that we were the first automotive partner for Amazon, and we saw the value in Amazon because they reach 87% of the United States adults. Anybody that's ever done business with Amazon, ordered, had any kind of touch with one of their companies, has a unique ID that allows us to do extremely targeted marketing. So that reason our marketing, we feel like, is better with Amazon is that their data is deterministic. It's observed behavior. People have logged in. We know which device connects to that user, that unique ID from their phone, their tablet, their connected television, whatever it is. That means we lower the value of the ability to have fraud or invalid traffic to near zero, and we are able to activate and attribute across devices. Now, everybody knows Amazon delivers products to the home, so we know that people are there when we deliver from Amazon every day. Your PMA is certain to know the unique IDs in it because they're validated every time a box is delivered. Other services that cable and broadcast provide are IP related and indexed. They are not observed behavior. The other two things we use is Amazon Garage, which has 104 million unique garage accounts in the United States, having over 190 million vehicles. People load their year, make, model, and trim, allowing me to target them based on that criteria. I also can target them based on their activity and behavior in the Amazon Garage. They also will go visit Amazon vehicles. Over 700,000 VDPs are available for every vehicle ever been made since the late 1800s. That means it's around 2 billion page views that we can use to observe people's behavior. So if someone lives in your PMA, we know that because the boxes are delivered, and they fill up their cart last month with $100 of the parts and check out in the Amazon Garage. This month they fill up with $100 worth of parts and leave their cart full on don't check out, and we see them shopping on Amazon vehicles, that means they're in market, and we have them from a behavioral standpoint targeted. We can pull that together with life experiences like getting married, having babies, moving, and so forth. Those things are real high indicators of people who will make a purchase because of that life experience. We also know that people are moving into when they're in market for a vehicle, they're 4 to 5 weeks out. Not 6 months, not 12 months, 4 to 5 weeks out. That's based on observed behavior. We know more about this than any other OTT streaming CTV entity out there using Amazon's data. We also will append with other data like Urban Science, Ampolk, Experian, TransUnion, all the bureaus, Visa, MasterCard, Oracle. There's 3 pages of approved vendors that we will pull in to help dial in your hyper-targeted campaign, so there's no waste. What's this mean to you? Well, we know that after 90 days of people staying on every day, that they get new exposures that range in the area of 32%. And we know that Google said, think with Google in 2017, that even untargeted television like cable and broadcast will drive search. Well, what we found is that our hyper-targeted with Amazon drove 24% direct search increase, 46% increases in page views, and as you can see, a big lift on time on site. Let us put this to work for you. Give us a call. Go to our website, dep.com/streamingtv. Thank you, and I appreciate your time.
Dealers who are watching this video presentation should know that Dealer eProcess video streaming advertising platform combined with their digital marketing services is that 1-2 punch to connect the dealer's message with in-market shoppers. If you have questions about OTT, and many dealers do, you should know that their industry leadership in automotive is, well, setting new benchmarks of performance and throughput for dealer advertising dollars. But don't take my word for it. Go to dealereprocess.com and set up a demo or a conversation to talk about their streaming TV advertising. I'm excited to have AMP, powered by VIN Solutions, in this year's AWA Award consideration set because dealers need smarter marketing. This automotive marketing platform is powered by not just the data inside the dealer's VIN Solutions CRM platform, but leverages the expansive data network of Cox Automotive. That includes data signals from KBB, includes signals from dealer.com websites, and of course, autotrader.com. Dealers have always wondered, of the people who are in my CRM, what are they doing in the internet as, well, part of their shopping process? Where are they? Are they high funnel, mid funnel, low funnel? And AMP, powered by VIN Solutions, gives dealers the business rules and data to make smarter marketing decisions. This year, the company has added text marketing to their advertising platform, but email marketing, even direct mail, depending what the dealer wants to do, can leverage the in-market shoppers exactly at the right moment with the right message, whether it's through email, texting, or direct mail. You see, dealers' CRM has a wealth of information of consumers who've reached out, but some of them ghost the dealer, right? So how do we get engagement to increase? Well, we can call them. Maybe they'll answer the phone. But texting, mailing, emailing, and the phone combined is a winning combination, but don't take my word for it. I want you to take a few moments to watch the excerpts from the presentation on this automotive marketing platform and ask the question, if you use Cox ecosystem tools, if you're an advertiser on Auto Trader or KBB, why wouldn't you look into smarter advertising with AMP? Let's take a peek at that video presentation.
Hi, my name's Mike Sheehan with Cox Automotive. I'm a senior manager in our product development department. And I'm here to tell you today about our exciting new product through Vin Solutions called our automotive marketing platform. And as we look at why we decided to build and bring this product to market, we'd like to talk a little bit about what we see in the industry. And what we're seeing from our dealers and the offerings that are available is really poor customer engagement, because we're sending generic blasts of emails and texts and messaging to consumers that really isn't relevant. And as dealers are forced to use multiple systems to communicate to their customers, there's duplication, disconnected, where consumers are getting multiple messages from multiple systems that look different, feel different, and potentially say different things. And then there's really difficulty in seeing the consumer's buying journey. What's the consumer looking at? What's the consumer really interested in versus what we thought we knew about them when they bought a car with us or serviced with us a couple of years ago? And then we look at the systems that are available in the marketplace, and there's no great integration with your CRM. So your sales staff doesn't know what your marketing department's doing. And they're not able to create that consistent communication with the customer because they're not seeing your messages until the customer shows it to them in many cases. In many cases. And then fragmented ability to follow the consumer across devices. We all know that we use multiple devices in our lives to shop for things online, to look around and browse for information, our phone, laptops, tablets, potentially work phone versus home phone. How can we use all of this browsing data across devices to build one picture of a customer and what their interests are and what they're doing? And that's why we've brought automotive marketing platform from Vin Solutions, because we can look at the real-time customer buying data. We can look at what they're doing online. We can deliver a personalized, consistent message to that consumer based on their interests, based on what they're interacting with, how they're interacting with our messages, and what they're doing online. And we can use that real-time browsing history to make sure that we're delivering the right message at the right time. And one very important thing that'll come up a few times here is that we partner every marketing platform dealer with a marketing account manager, so that we are understanding you as a dealership, what you want your brand to look like, how you want to communicate with your customers, what makes sense for your business, and then we go execute that strategy for you. So you don't need to be a marketing expert. You just need to tell us how you want your customers to experience your dealership and your brand. When we start talking about data, everything is built on data. And we know that 2 out of 3 people who buy a car in the United States shop on Kelley Blue Book and Auto Trader. This is a powerful wealth of data that we can bring to bear for your dealership to market to your consumers, because when we see your consumers on these large sites, we can know exactly what they're looking at, what their patterns are, and we can start to identify very high value customers, 15% more likely when we think that they are ready to buy. They're 15 times more likely than the rest of the customer base to actually transact on a customer. And 90% of the time, when we said they were ready to buy, we got the brand right. We knew what brand they were going to buy. And 55% of the time, we got not only the make, but we got the model right as well, as we look at all of this data and continue to inform it through transactions to check our math, to check our algorithms. So all of this data is available only through Cox Automotive. And then what are we going to do with it? And we're going to use it to reach your customers with relevance across multiple channels. What channels are most relevant to that consumer? What message in that channel is most relevant? And when do we deliver it to them? And all of this is powered through the data that drives automated workflows. In this example, you can see we've got an actively shopping customer who's taking activities online. And then the first thing we could say, and this is very customizable, but we could say, can we email this customer? If we can, we'll go down that path. If we can't, let's queue up a piece of direct mail, personalized, relevant, talking about the cars that they're interested into their mailbox at their house. And potentially we'll do both. Yes, let's send them a piece of mail and we'll send them a piece of email. Did they engage with that message? Did they open or click that email? If they start to show that level of engagement, maybe it makes sense for us to automatically send a text message, or we send a follow-up email. And if they start to engage with those messages, we can then elevate that to your staff in the CRM in their tasks page, right where they work all day, every day. No different system for them to log into, no separate place for them to go work these opportunities. Where they live every day in the VinSolution CRM, we put these in front of your staff and say, these are the people you should talk to because they're showing interest, they're engaging with what we're doing. And all of this is shown in the CRM. So when you look at the customer in the CRM, you're going to see these texts, mails, emails, everything that we're doing automatically, and your staff will be able to see everything that we've done. One of the exciting new things that we've done for the VinSolution CRM is the ability to create a click and turn that into a CRM lead automatically without the customer filling out a form. So you can see we send them a piece of content, and this could be across any channel. This could be an email with a link, a call to action. It could be a text with a link. It could be a piece of mail with a QR code for the customer to scan. And we can then create a lead straight in the CRM for tracking and to kick off your normal lead processes. And this is all built with the success and the help of your marketing account manager. So you can determine how you want this lead to look, what do you want it named, and how do you want to report on that in your CRM. With all of the things that you do today with VinSolutions, and our marketing platform is then layered on top. And some examples here of the high quality content to show you what we're going to send on your behalf. These emails are built to your OEM color standards, built to how you want your brand to be reflected, and high quality and professional across desktop and mobile browsers. And when we look at these emails and we want them to have a call to action, where's that going to land the consumer? If you're a dealer.com dealer, they are going to land on a personalized page that shows the exact offer. So no more do you have an offer that looks great in an email and they click I'm interested. Now they land on a contact us page or a search results page. We know what we sent them and we're going to keep that experience consistent so that when they land on your page, they're on your website and they're looking at the same offer that they saw in the email. And it's up to them if they want more information or if they want to reach out to contact you. Text message marketing is another big thing we're bringing for this NADA 2022. And the ability for all of those workflows, all of that personalization we were just talking about, to kick off an automated text marketing so that the customer can be reached with text messaging. We know that 98% of text messages are opened within 90 seconds. So we're able to use this powerful and individual channel to reach out to your consumers automatically and try to drive them again to a reply or to a click to start engaging with your staff if they're interested. Facebook advertising is an interesting new channel that we're adding for this NADA as well, where we will take your known consumers. We see these customers buying online. Maybe these are people in equity, their terms coming up. Whatever it is, we segment down to that relevant audience, and we then serve them Facebook ads on their phone, and they see your inventory on their phone. They can swipe through and see additional vehicles, all prioritized by Facebook's algorithms to try to put the most relevant piece of inventory in front of your customers in a low one-to-one environment. It's less intrusive because they're, sitting on the couch looking at Facebook and they see Shein Motors pop up. Again, CRM tasks, driving activity to your staff, not asking your staff to log into a separate system to yet another tab that they've got to work in. Right in VinSolutions, we work with you and you help us identify who should get tasks, what situations you want tasks fired, and those go straight to your staff in their task page where they're working all day, every day, as well as they have the ability to see everything that we're doing. Every message that we send out is right at the top of the customer's notes and history, as well as the banner at the top of the customer dashboard. Direct mail. is another new channel that we're adding this year for NADA. We're very excited about the results that we're seeing and the ability to send high quality, personalized one-to-one pieces of mail with personalized offers. Again, all of this is made possible through your marketing specialist, a partner for your dealership and your brand, for us to execute your strategy and come to you with best practices, recommendations, and what we're seeing that works in the marketplace. And last but not least, world-class ROI tracking and performance. Because all of this is happening in your CRM, you have the ability to see what we're doing for you in your CRM reporting, right next to all of the rest of your CRM reporting. Again, no other place to go look for reports. It's right in your CRM. Thank you for listening. If you would like more information or a demo, please visit our website, vinsolutions.com.
AMP, powered by Vin Solutions, leverages the promises that Cox Automotive made to dealers that they would use the data from their entire ecosystem to create smarter messages, relevant messages to consumers to drive more sales into dealer showrooms. If you're using Vin Solutions or dealer.com website platforms, this may be the time for you to consider to unify your product set to leverage this rich data that's available through AMP. If you have more questions about this product and how your marketing could be accelerated using the data from Cox Automotive's ecosystem, go to vinsolutions.com. It's so good to see Cox submitting their automotive digital retailing platform for this year's AWA Awards, because the company has been nose to the grindstone working on improving the integrations within the Cox ecosystem, but also making the digital retailing tools easier for consumers. In fact, their digital retailing tools natively installed, for example, on a dealer.com website, seem perfectly fitted, open for engagement. Instead of clicking a button that opens up another experience, the digital retailing tools kind of sit open and available for consumers to dive right in to find out the affordability of their next vehicle. Each year, Cox has made more improvements and delivered on its promise to make it easier for digital retailing leads to be handled in Vin Solutions, and also to bring into Vin Solutions the entire shopping history when someone comes and engages with the Cox digital retailing tool. Each week, it seems that, well, new features and enhancements and design changes are happening in digital retailing. So if you haven't had a moment to see the latest version of Cox Automotive's digital retailing platform, take a few moments right now and watch the highlights from the video presentation made to our research team. And maybe this will be the time for you to make a decision, to get a full update from their digital retailing team to help you sell more cars in a digital age. Let's take a look at the Cox DR video presentation right now.
Hello everybody, this is Noah Lee, Head of Product Consulting for Dealer.com. So it's going to be a video series where you learn all of the different steps of the process and how our various software solutions help dealers have a seamless for their customers so they can sell more cars for higher gross profit and have happier customers. So in this particular video, what we're going to be focusing on is Deal Start, and that really is on the dealership website, and focusing on the digital retailing tools that the customers interact with along the way of their shopping journey. Now we're going to jump over to the vehicle details page. So let's load that up. This is where the meat and potatoes of digital retailing really start to show up. So you'll see the tool is actually seamlessly integrated into the VDP on desktop. And if we go over here on mobile, you'll see it's seamlessly integrated here. So we don't have to fill out a form to start working with digital retailing or push a button for it to pop up. It's just there, right? We're keeping the process transparent and we have a low barrier to entry. We want to let as many people engage with digital retailing as possible. Here's why. If people engage with digital retailing, maybe start penciling their deal, they're actually about 5 times more likely to submit a lead. Other great features about the tool, you can white label it, so you can upload your own custom logo unique to your dealership's branding. We have a new feature where you can look up a deal. So if you've submitted a deal previously, you can enter in your email address. It'll send you a PIN code. You pop that in, and it'll take you right back into your previous deal. And it will recognize multiple previous deals. So if you've submitted a bunch of different deals, you can actually see all of those in one shot. We're going to show you real finance and lease payments on these tabs right here, allowing shoppers to navigate through them. And we also have cash deals, allowing shoppers to enter the digital retailing workflow, even if they have their own financing or just want to cut one big check. So really handy for those shoppers who might have financing through their local credit union or are maybe buying a used vehicle. We've got the ability to enter in a lower price right here. So I can pop it in. I'm just going to recalculate my payment. As I go through, I can choose my credit score, choose my rates. Now these get changed up as the credit score gets changed. So if I were to go there, we'd actually see different credit or APRs pop in. So these are real APRs set up by the dealership using the lenders that they work with through DealerTrack. I can also pop in my cash down, and it's going to update that payment. The other thing too is this is a fully responsive tool, so 100% optimized for mobile or desktop. So the next step here would be to actually go in and hit the next call to action. So I can go in and I can choose any one of these. I can add my trade-in. I can actually submit my offer, so I can get my info right to the dealership, start that conversation, or calculate my taxes. Any one of these buttons eventually is going to lead us to the expanded workflow. The nice thing about submitting your offer is you're able to get that info right there. And actually, we're encouraging people to do that by having this nice high contrast color, encouraging shoppers to go through and click that button right there. So we'll go through, enter our info, and what we can do is then get into the expanded workflow. There we go, submit our offer, and what's going to happen is it's going to take us into this expanded workflow that is omnidirectional. So the first thing it's going to do is ask me to pop in my zip code so I can calculate my taxes and fees accurately. You'll also see if we've got multiple kind of municipalities or incorporated versus unincorporated areas of your zip, you can choose those to make sure your taxes are coming through accurately. We hit done, and there we go, we've got our expanded workflow. So you'll see here, it's a guided experience, like I said, but it's omnidirectional. So it's not locking me into taking each step one by one. I can click on any one of these and complete any step I want. But it's going to recommend that next vehicle using high contrast colors and actually slightly larger buttons to encourage people to click, right? The other thing we're going to do is show you how much time you can save by taking these additional steps, encouraging people to go further down that digital retailing workflow. So that's important because remember, as people take more steps in the digital retailing workflow, they're more likely to report being happy with the sales process. We also know it takes about 2 hours and 50 minutes to complete a transaction in a dealership, yet customers report saying that they want that to be 90 minutes or less. Well, how can we speed things up? Well, having them complete more of the sales process at the convenience of their own home. So there you go. We're going to encourage people to take those next steps. All right, so I can value my vehicle using Kelley Blue Book. Now, if the dealership is using instant cash offer, we can display that as an option for the shopper, but they do get the trade-in value as kind of the baseline trade-in tool. So there you go, we can select our trade-in value and start entering our vehicle's information. It's a free-form text entry, and it's going to guide us through. So you know what we're going to do? Let's do a 2012 Chrysler 300. Right, there we go. It's going to pop in that info. We're going to choose our trim, whether or not we own it or lease it, kind of mileage it's got. So you know what, we're going to do 44,000. We're going to pop in our zip code and let them know if there's an active loan on that vehicle. So if we do yes, show how much we owe so it can properly calculate the amount of equity in that vehicle. We're going to hit next, choose our condition. Very good. And then we can go to the next step. One thing you'll notice is we've got these blue circles at the top of the screen showing you how far along this process you've completed. Hit next, choose our color, any engines, transmission options, and any accessories or packages we want to add in there. Then once we hit submit, it's going to show us our trade-in value and apply that to our payment. And the other great stuff too is going to recommend our next steps. So you can see you should apply for financing. You're going to save yourself 45 minutes. If you already have financing, you can view your deal and get right back into that workflow. But let's go ahead. We're going to apply for financing. Now the finance application is a totally redesigned tool. Really the key thing to remember here is it's a direct integration into Dealertrack's finance driver. So if you're using finance driver, you can run your credit report right from Dealertrack without having to print out forms, fax them, or anything like that. It's done right through Dealertrack. Nice addition too is we have a direct integration with Route 1. So if a dealership is choosing to use Route 1 for their credit applications, contracting, etc., we can run this credit app right into Route 1. So it's a huge time saver for them. It's going to take their information, copy it in. They just have to enter in some additional stuff. I'm not going to go through the full credit app process just because filling out a form is filling out a form, but you'll see it follows a lot of the same steps that we saw in that trade-in evaluation. So it's going to show you the steps that you complete along the way, and then at the end, it's going to recommend your next step. Let's go back to the expanded workflow. I'm going to show a couple other features. One thing that you're going to note here is the vehicle details follow you wherever you go, so you can learn more about the vehicle right without having to exit the tool. I can also check out my finance details along the way and view a full finance breakdown of my deal so far at any time. So a really great way for shoppers to dive into the numbers of that deal. So let's check out some of the other features that we've got here. We're going to pull in real incentives directly from the manufacturer. So allowing that shopper to select some incentives that are going to save them a little bit of money. What's great about this is it is smart enough to know when incentives are not compatible with each other. So say you've got a loyalty offer and a conquest offer, it won't allow you to select both, stacking incentives and setting improper expectations. So you know what, let's add a military member offer. You can see it's going to update my payment in just a second here. There we go. Other great stuff we're going to show you here. We're going to pull in real F&I products with the vehicle protection section here. What's great about this, we got videos that'll educate the shoppers on these products. And we're going to show you real prices for these, so how much they will add to your monthly payment. So you can see Easy Care Service Agreement, add $5 a month to your payment. What's great about this too is you can customize it. So you can choose how long that term is going to be for. So you know what, we're going to do 60 months and 100,000 miles. And you can see that payment gets updated. I can add that to my deal and it updates my monthly payment right there. It's a really great way for a dealership to pad their bottom line and sell more of these high value services. So on average, what we see is digital retailing deals generate about an additional $300 in back end gross. And a lot of it is people seeing these and being more open to purchasing them.
And before we go, there's a couple things that we got to cover. Number one is the fact that Deal Start doesn't have to start on a dealership's website. So if a dealership wants, they can sign up for Accelerate on AutoTrader or Kelley Blue Book and have the same basic workflow on their listing sites as they would on their dealership site. So a customer can go in and start penciling their deal and going through that expanded workflow just like they would on the dealership website. So we're really just going to talk about the integrations with VIN here and how it makes it easy for a salesperson to understand the terms of the deal, work that deal, and then send it off to Dealertrack or whomever to get signed. So let's check it out. So this is the customer dashboard where we pulled up a customer who submitted a digital retailing deal. So one of the big things that you get when you have VIN Solutions and our digital retailing tools is the digital deal jacket, the review a deal button, and it shows up right here. It says accelerate. And if I click on that, it's actually going to pull up what I like to call the digital deal jacket. It's going to give you a really easy to understand review of everything that consumer has done in the deal making process. So it's going to show you the vehicle that they're looking at and your top level payment information, so payment terms and APR. It's also going to show you the steps that that shopper has taken along the way and highlight those steps that they most recently completed. You can also dive into the details on that deal so you can really understand those terms. So it makes it really easy for the salesperson to follow up in a professional manner and recommend those next steps. Hey, looks like you submitted your credit application and you've uploaded a document. Next step would be for you to schedule your test drive or to lock in your financing terms. So a really easy way to provide that white glove service. The other nice thing about having VIN Solutions and our digital retailing tools is no lead duplication. So if our friend Barry Goldwater went in and updated his deal, it just updates the existing lead. It does not submit a new lead, which can clog up your CRM and cause some issues with reporting. Another great thing here is the ability to copy this deal over to Vendesking. So we can hit this button here. It says copy to desking, and it's going to take all that information that was in the deal and pop it right into the desking tool. So maybe our friend Barry could not qualify for that 0.9% APR because his credit score wasn't good enough. You need to bump that rate. No problem. You can pop it in there. There you go. So it's a big time saver, right? You're not having to rekey in information. And it's also error prevention. That dealer, right, doesn't have to rekey in that information, prevents them from potentially getting a number wrong, right? Other great thing too is if Barry had entered a trade-in, you can see that trade right there. And if you click on this link, it'll actually pull up a vAuto. So if you've got vAuto, you can evaluate whether or not you want to keep that vehicle on the lot and sell it or send it off to auction. Now, what's really great too is once that deal is good to go, you can push it to DealerTrack and get that contracting process started up. All right, let's go back to VIN. I'm going to show you a couple of other things. So one thing to note is if you don't have VIN Solutions, you do get access to that deal view. It just shows up in the lead notes. So if I hit right here, which says lead received, usually there's a link right there. In this particular one, we just need to find it. So there it is. So in any other CRM, you're going to see this link and they can just click on it and pull up the same basic deal view.
I hope you've seen progress being delivered on the integration of all the tools in the Cox Automotive ecosystem. And of course, each month it seems that more integrations, more feedback from dealers is making this platform a strong competitor in the best solution for dealer groups and for OEMs who want a transparent, easy to use digital retailing platform for their brand. Now, I can't tell you all the features of their digital retailing platform in just a few moments or in a short video, so you owe it to yourself to schedule a demo and get the latest information on the Cox Automotive digital retailing platform that will help you sell more cars in a digital age. Digital retailing is a hot topic for car dealers, and Dealer Inspire continues to innovate their online shopper platform as they were one of the first to provide advanced tools to allow consumers to explore the affordability of the vehicles that they're interested in. Dealer Inspire has continued to refine their garage concept that allows consumers to put cars of interest, compare them side by side, and also come back to them later and pick up where they left off. This year, they've also integrated soft pull credit to make credit scores and vehicle payoffs more transparent and accurate in calculations in regards to the overall payments and affordability of vehicles. This year, they've added new tools to allow managers to see what consumers are doing in their garage in real time. As they're placing cars in their garage, dealers can actually send messages or even recommend vehicles to consumers when they're shopping on the dealer's website. This new philosophy of better serving consumers and providing more relevant information as they explore the affordability of the cars in their consideration set has made Dealer Inspire continually shine when we look at digital retailing platforms. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a peek at the product presentation highlights from this year's AWA Award submission for Dealer Inspire Online Shopper.
Hi, everybody. Joe Nicole, product owner for Online Shopper here. I'm here with Jessica Ruth, my favorite co-product owner. Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Today, Jessica and I have the pleasure to show you around our end-to-end modern retailing solution. Online Shopper from both the consumer side as well as the dealer side. Julie Chisholm, the marketing director at Toyota of Cedar Park, recognizes this. And when she said we had so much success with Online Shopper, we decided to assign more managers to following up with and working these deals daily. She understands that the process really matters here with modern retailing. Here I am on an award-winning Dealer Inspire website. I like this Honda HR-V. I'm going to take a look at it. So now that I've selected a vehicle, I want to play around with payments and start seeing if this is a vehicle that I can afford. This section here is our lead gate for Online Shopper. This is customizable, so we can show this before the payment is shown or after. We can also experiment and test with your customers in your region to see what works better for you in your sales process. For now, I'm going to put test customer in and validate with my phone number. What we're doing now is we're sending off a text to the consumer and I get a code to validate that is my phone number so that we can do further follow-up once I give them all my information about which vehicle I would like. So here you can see I've unlocked my customized payment and I have an opportunity to play around and decide what terms of this payment are right for me. Now again, Online Shopper calls in real time to get real lender offers based on the information that I provide in the tool. I can decide between finance, lease, or cash. If for some reason I live outside of the dealership area, I could update my zip code. I can select different term lengths or different down payments to get to the payment that I might be interested in. I can also report my credit score. If for some reason I'm unsure of my credit score, I can click down here and go through a soft credit pull flow that will return back to me what my estimated credit score is so that I can apply that to the deal. All of this information in real time is being saved to our deal database. That deal database is available in automatic, which we'll show you in a little while, for the dealer to review all of the information, the actions that I've taken. I'm feeling pretty happy with this deal because I came in hoping for about $250 a month. So I'm going to click Save and compare this payment. Now I'm taken into my garage. Within the garage, I can compare multiple vehicles. I can continue to edit and play with perhaps my trade-in, review the bank offers that we've found for this customer. I can explore finance versus lease still within this tool. Perhaps I want to compare it to another vehicle. So we'll assume I want a finance deal and I want to add a vehicle to compare. Here we have the option to serve up inventory directly within the tool or carry the customer to the dealership's website. Here I have other vehicles that I can compare or add into my garage to compare to the HR-V that I've already selected, as you can see here. I can sort by year, make, model, mileage, engine color, really anything I could do on the website. And the purpose is that we're trying to get this consumer to really indicate to us what they're interested in and what they'd like to compare. All of this information, meanwhile, is being given to the dealer in the form of a deal.
So meanwhile, the dealer who is in the dealer interface part of Online Shopper has been able to see all of these steps and activity that the shopper's been taking and watch them as they build out their garage and start playing with payments. So because these are two systems that are so in sync, whatever the shopper does, it's instantaneously visible to whatever the dealer is looking at for that deal.
Awesome. So let's take a look at what's happening behind the scenes in Jessica's world while the consumer is shopping on your site. So here I am in the back end of Online Shopper called Automatic, and this is where the dealer can work their deals.
So as you can see, that that lead that just came in is right at the top, because we're going to put the most important leads right at the top, because those are the ones that are currently on your site and creating those garages. So you can see the activity from the shopper right away, that the garage was created on a certain date, and then the last time that they were in that garage, because like we talked about, we want to keep engaging those shoppers. So this one is obviously on the site right now. So I can start seeing that there's a trade. I can see the vehicle the vehicle of interest, and I can also see from a sense of prioritization that vehicle that Jonah put into his garage is actually in 11 other garages. So from a follow-up perspective, I know right away that I'm working with a vehicle that other people are interested in. So from this, I can go straight to that garage and start looking at the garage and what the shopper is looking at. Are they financing? Are they leasing? I start to see that story that they're telling us with their digital body language. So are they payment shopping? Are they more specific on other goals of theirs? And right from here, I can see that there's two vehicles. I know that one of them is other people are looking at it. So I can add in another vehicle and suggest a different scenario for them. And I just throw my stock number in there and I put it in, and then I can start adding in different options for them and whatnot. I can also see everything about I have full contact information for this shopper. I also can see that they self-reported their credit and they did the soft credit pull. So I've got a pretty good ability to get rolling on what we want to do with that shopper in order to get them in and get the vehicles sold. So I'm going to start engaging with them. I can immediately start doing some back and forth with them. When the shopper submits their text number to receive that PIN, you guys also have the opportunity to start engaging with them right away. So you can customize your outgoing text message that says, here's your PIN number. If you have any questions, my name is Jessica, just reply back to this and I'll be happy to help you out. So right away, you guys have a two-way engagement opportunity. And then from there, after, let's say I add my extra vehicle, I'm able to send them a quick message and let them know that I put something in there and I want them to review it, and shoot them that magic link so that they can check it out a little bit later and go right to their garage. There's a whole bunch of opportunities for engagement right here, because that is the name of the game when you're trying to keep up with modern retail. We want to be able to email and text and get meet the shopper wherever they want to be met. So straight from this tool, all in one page, you're able to email and to text them. And you can also receive attachments, all of those trade-in pictures. You can also send attachments as well. You can also send legal documents so that you can get a signature, as those shared vehicles are fast moving.
Awesome. So that's some ways that you can deal with a single customer. We're going to assume that that I'm in my garage and kind of chewing on this information and deciding what my next steps are. Jessica, there's some other exciting ways that as a dealership, I can come in here and follow up with multiple customers.
So what we want to be able to do with this is, if I'm quickly doing some follow-up, I'm going to just go click on a few shoppers, because I know that those are the ones that are in multiple garages, and I really can focus on the sense of urgency there. I'm going to hit bulk message, and I'm going to encourage them to get back in touch with me or to stop in. And I'm going to include a link that's going to dynamically generate for their specific and personalized garage. And they can instantly see any of that. And then also, while we're on this page, keep in mind that when and if a shopper actually opts out of anything for texting, the system won't allow you to do that. So it's a great mechanism for helping you stay meeting the shopper where they want to be met. And then you just hit send here, and then off it goes. And the shoppers will generally come right back to those garages, because as you know, and I know, I'm more likely to click on something in a text message than I am to answer a phone call or to check my email.
That's amazing. So really, you're just a few clicks away from following up with the customers that we're gathering on your platform, on your website for you every day. So hopefully you guys can see this is a very easy way for Dealer Inspire to partner with the dealership, create engaged, informative leads, and follow up with them very quickly at the click of a button.
All right, well, that is Online Shopper. We really appreciate having the opportunity to show you guys what we've built. If you need anything, scan that QR code and you'll be able to talk to any of us. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Anytime I write an article or do a video on digital retailing tools, I have a sad feeling sometimes inside that a month from now or a week from now, that article will be outdated, because the acceleration of technology and insights into how consumers shop are evolving digital retailing tools faster than it can keep up. So if you are a Dealer Inspire website client, or just love the way that Dealer Inspire walks the consumer through the shopping process, I encourage you to go to dealerinspire.com and get a demo of their latest software called Online Shopper to help you sell more cars in a digital age. Messaging and customer support online is more important than ever. When Dealer Inspire came out with Online Shopper, they matched that with conversations because they knew that consumers would have difficulty while figuring out the affordability or how to configure a vehicle to get an accurate price and payment. And they have continued to innovate their messaging platform to help dealers engage with consumers in their virtual showroom. This year, Dealer Inspire Conversations has been upgraded with inline videos so that dealers can choose to message or video conference right natively in the Dealer Inspire Conversations platform. No need for a separate video app. More importantly, Conversations is directly integrated with all the tools that dealers have in Online Shopper. So through Conversations, dealers can send a trade eval. Dealers can send a payment quote. All of the messaging is integrated into a single customer record to allow dealers to have a more seamless interaction between their lead forms, their messaging, and their digital retailing tools. 24/7 support on dealers' virtual showroom is no longer an optional investment. It's a mandatory investment to provide more transparency and support for consumers around the clock. And Dealer Inspire Conversations is that tool that dealers should place in their consideration set before they make a decision. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this year's presentation of Dealer Inspire Conversations platform.
Hi, my name is Bree Whitfield. I'm the product owner of Conversations here at Dealer Inspire. And today I have the pleasure to show you around Conversations, our advanced messaging solution that instantly connects customers to dealerships 24/7. One distinction I really want to make is that Conversations is way more than a chat tool. It literally opens up the lines of communications with shoppers. And that's exactly what Andreas Corrales from Infinity of Clarendon Hills experienced firsthand when he says that Conversations has actually strengthened our rapport building. Customers feel less guarded coming into the dealership because they've already chatted with our salesperson. So whether you're a single rooftop or join Atmos group, Conversations is designed to give your teams one easy place to respond instantly, work together, and have meaningful multimedia conversations that drive sales and service appointments. And while we recommend that dealers handle their own incoming chats during business hours, you can be rest assured knowing our managed chat team is always there to have your back and offer friendly assistance during those times when you are unavailable. One of the best things about Conversations is that it unlocks your communication potential. Not only can chats be initiated by customers from your website and other outside channels like Facebook and cars.com, you can stay connected to any customer regardless of lead source using the built-in SMS texting capabilities of Conversations. We were also the first provider in the industry to change the way dealers think about capturing lead information. We call this conversational conversions, which means replacing outdated conversion paths and forms with fast, easy experiences that take place within the friendly confines of a chat window. What's great about Conversations is that it seamlessly weaves into your entire marketing strategy to turn clicks into real two-way engagement. Whether it's powering automated trade-in conversations in Facebook Messenger, or part of a traditional print or TV ad using your SMS texting number or a QR code, customers can start a real conversation with your team from something as simple as a piece of paper. Our team is always innovating, and one of the features that was born out of the onset of the pandemic was the ability to have live video conversations. In today's world, customers who want to do more and more shopping and buying process from home, but they still want to talk to a friendly expert before making a purchase this big. So having the ability to instantly launch live videos with your team to tour vehicles and walk through personalized payment options together is kind of a big deal. And this year, we also released our newest version of Conversations. So now dealers have the opportunity to provide more customizable chat-based experiences using proactive greeting messages, welcome cards, current offers, videos, and more right from the embed. And one other new feature I wanted to highlight was that Conversations can now speak in over 50 different languages. If a visitor asks you a question in, say, French, Conversations will detect the language difference and allow you to not only translate incoming messages from the shopper, but also automatically translate your responses back to them. So slides just don't do justice for all the things that Conversations can do. So how about I show you around? So as mentioned, Conversations is our omni-channel messaging platform that establishes a connection between the customers and the dealership by building a relationship without needing to be in person. So first, let's take a look at what the shoppers see. So as I come to the website, right away, I can see one of our newest features, proactive message. So just like in store, like an in-store customer, you want your website visitors to feel welcome and excited to buy. So you can set up a custom greeting message here that will entice them to click through and start a conversation. We're going to close that for the moment so we can see some other new features. So welcome cards are a great way to integrate your digital marketing strategies. You can see here, we have a lease offer going on. You can upload different media as well. So whether it's an image, a video, or a PDF, as you can see, we have a video here. Below that, we also have our map cards. This is a great, easy way for the shopper to click either on mobile or their phone to get directions straight to your dealership. Once I start a chat, I can actually, if I wanted to, there we go. Continue this conversation on mobile as well. So right here, this little SMS, I would enter my phone number. As the shopper, I would receive a text message confirming I want to continue the conversation, and then I can continue texting from my phone with the dealership. In addition to that, let's take a look at some used vehicles and look at the integration Conversations can have on the VDPs or SRPs with your call to actions. So as mentioned before, Conversations can also integrate with the CTAs on your website. So in this example, we have a value your trade. When I click it, it opens up a value my trade-in flow where I can answer a series of questions or enter my VIN number as a shopper to get an evaluation range for my vehicle. In addition to website, as mentioned before, we also integrate with Facebook, Google Ads, email marketing, and traditional ads using your SMS texting number or QR code that has a specific link that will open up Conversations to different flows. So now we kind of see what it looks like on the shopper end. Let's take a look at what it looks like on the dealership side to answer those chats. So from the dealership side, you can see I received notification for an incoming chat. I'm going to go ahead and accept that chat. Right away, I can tell where the visitor's been at on, looks like they were looking at a BDP at a hatchback. I can also tell that they are on their desktop right now. If they were on a mobile device, I'd be able to see that as well. Looks like they're looking for some passports, which is great. Down here, I'm gonna look in my glove box where we're able to integrate directly with your inventory. So you can send links to your shoppers of what you have on your site. So we'll go ahead and drop this one here. If I can drop it, there we go. From there, the shopper can click on that and go directly to that BDP page. Within the glove compartment, you can also upload PDFs or videos. So for a PDF, if you had a brochure or maybe an accolade about a vehicle, you can upload there. And then we can also link directly to your YouTube account. So maybe you have a walk around you've already filmed for a vehicle, or maybe you have a general branding message you like to send out to your new customers. You can easily drag and drop those as well. And we're going to do a walk around. So some of the other features we have on the right-hand side here is we'll start with a live video. So it looks like our customer would like to see the vehicle. If I was on the lot as a dealer, I could go ahead and request to start a live video. Other additional features we have available to dealerships is we have this great feature called hotkeys. So hotkeys allow you to create and pre-write complex messages, which can be used by the agents with a quick click of a button. It also allows you to maintain your brand and create common responses. So you can pick those from there. Let's say did the live video. Now we want to start collecting some of the contact information. Great. So one of the other great features of Conversations is called Explode to Text. So this makes the collection of lead information very easy by highlighting all the inputs that come in, which is especially useful on mobile. And then we can dynamically put them into the correct fields they need to go. So it looks like this is his first name. We got a last name, and we got an email address. So you can see it populated it on the side right here. Maybe I also want to add in interested in a 2022 passport. So when I send that to the CRM, that will also go with it. All right. So we'll say thanks to Reed, and then go ahead and end that chat. Then let's say in a couple days, I want to follow back up with Reed to confirm his appointment. I can start a new chat. I'm going to look for Reed. Here he is. And I'm going to confirm his appointment for Saturday at 1. So on Reed's end, he would receive a text message asking to confirm the appointment, and he can reply. We can go back and forth that way. In addition to the chat interface, we also have an entire admin dashboard as well. So right at the bat, we have the reporting section. So this gives a summary of chats, who they were handled by, missed chats, and helps to identify areas of improvement as well as show trends of what's going on. So it looks like on here, most of the chats are coming in around 9 or 10 a.m. We also have sold customers, so we can integrate with your DMS to actually match up leads from chats to sales that actually happen. And then we also have conversation history here. So you can see who was answering what chats, which location they're for, which team answered them, where they came from or where the chats originated at. And then you can view the entire transcript of the chats as well. So on the active chats tab, we can see chats that are happening in real time. As an admin, I can follow along or decide to jump in. I can also see what page the visitor is on when the chat was initiated and the entire history of the chat that has happened so far. And lastly, you want to take a look at the visitor experience. This really allows for customizations and taking control over the user experience and how Conversations is displayed on your site. So whether that's changing maybe the button color, moving it, or changing the proactive message as we talked about earlier. And again, you can also do welcome cards and adjust that as well. So this really puts the power back in the dealership's hand to display what they want to and how they want Conversations to look. And that's Conversations. Thanks so much for joining me and learning about all the great features it has to offer. If you have any questions or want to know more, please go ahead and scan the QR code and have a conversation with someone on our team. Thank you.
Dealer Inspire Conversations is not just another chat platform or messaging platform. It's an integrated retailing messaging platform that allows dealers to push out trade evals, F&I quotes and products, and to communicate the deal structure with consumers, whether they want to do it through text or video. It's an absolute critical integration, especially for dealers who have Dealer Inspire websites and digital retailing tools. But each month, new features get added to these products. So depending on when you're watching this video, maybe some new things have been added. You owe it to yourself. If you're looking for a new messaging platform to support modern retailing, go to dealerinspire.com and get the latest demo of their Conversations platform. Dealers are overwhelmed with data. How about you? You ever feel like you have too many reports on your desk? In fact, I challenge dealers to ask themselves a question, what are you doing when you look at these reports? Are there actionable data? Data that is helping you guide your business? Or are they just filled with fluff metrics that you can't do anything with? Well, Dealer Inspire Prism is an automotive-specific reporting tool that brings in all of the dealers' Google Analytics data, Facebook advertising, Google advertising, and new this year, all the SEO reporting. So in one dashboard, a dealer could look at their total traffic by channel, look at the engagement of those advertising campaigns on their VDPs and SRPs, to understand cost per conversion and cost per sales opportunity. Prism is a unique platform that helps dealers answer the question, is my marketing working? But don't take my word for it. Every platform has their own reporting tools, but does it stack up to Prism? Let's watch an excerpt from this year's presentation for our AWA Research Committee, and you can decide if Prism would save you time and help you make better decisions based on the data associated with your virtual showroom, your dealership website.
Hey, my name is Kirsten Carson, and I am the product owner for Prism here at Dealer Inspire. Today, I have the pleasure to show you around the one reporting dashboard that rules them all, Prism. Prism can truly be the last reporting dashboard you'll ever need. From individual dealership reporting to group level enterprise reporting, dealers are able to use Prism to make better and more informed marketing decisions based on data. Ryan Everson of the Garber Automotive Group says, the Prism enterprise level view helps us to see how each and every site in our group is doing, allowing us to really drill down to see where we should focus on. So what makes Prism so unique? Let me show you. Prism connects directly with your Google Analytics account via API to bring your website performance front and center. Track lead conversions, traffic, referral sources, and everything else you would find in Google Analytics in one easy to navigate interface. Prism also seamlessly connects with your Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, Facebook, and Cars.com premium display ad accounts via API to give you insight into the performance of all your digital advertising campaigns, which gives you the at-a-glance insight and raw data deep dives to make sure you are maximizing every dollar. For clients who use Conversations and Online Shopper, dealers will find comprehensive reporting on both of those solutions, so you can stay on top of the performance of each tool and have a clear line of sight into your ROI. With that said, sometimes you need to know if something's happening within your marketing as it's happening, not 30 days later. That's why Prism gave the capability to proactively alert you of significant changes in performance, both negative and positive, so you can course correct what's broken or maximize what's not. Our foundation at Dealer Inspire is built on providing the best support in the biz, and we take that commitment seriously. Prism helps us achieve that mission by giving dealers insight into their open support tickets, and their assignee, status, and resolution of each. Your team's customer satisfaction score will always be on display because that's our main goal. To round out your marketing insights, we recently added comprehensive SEO reporting into Prism, so you can monitor your organic performance at the store and group levels, including organic impressions, sessions, and conversion data from all search engines, insights from your DI SEO specialists, and even data from your Google business profile, including web clicks, direction clicks, and phone calls. While Prism solves the need of logging into dozens of different dashboards to make marketing decisions, we do understand that sometimes dealers need to take their data and use it as part of their other systems within their organization. So a new feature we built is the ability to export any of your data into a CSV file, giving you the flexibility to manipulate that data however and wherever you want. With all that said, let's dive into Prism. So when you first log into Prism, the first place you will land is the dashboard, and you'll notice that this is an overview of your entire dealer group. You can easily navigate to individual dealerships, and you can change any sort of date ranges that you want to compare. You can also turn the ability of comparing off just to look at one date range, but the comparison is the strength definitely of the tool. This roll-up view is what we consider that dealer overview. So whenever we hop into a specific dealer, this is the power of Prism. You will see that Dealer Inspire has driven this many leads in the last 30 days by our website platform, conversations, and online shopper. The dashboard will give you a high-level overview of each of those areas and give you the high metrics that you really want just at a quick glance, that funnel. What did the visits create sales? So then whenever we hop into the individual tabs, we'll start with analytics. These are the Google Analytics for your website. So we see the total visits, all of the different visit information, all of the conversions, and then you can see the trends for each of those as well. We give you a high-level snapshot of the traffic channels, but then we also let you dig deeper into the channel information, showing trends at a glance with these arrows. When you hop into the source, you see more detail about those different channel sources. So you can evaluate all of those specifically individually or all together to see the trends that you're seeing over those. And then we also see how those sessions translated into conversions. And we can evaluate each type, or you can look at them as a whole. Down here, we give you a little bit more specifics about the different conversions in those categories. Then once you hop into advertising, like I mentioned before, you see Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, our premium display, and paid social. So for Google Ads, you're going to see your campaign information, the clicks, the impressions, the conversions. You can drill down into this to see your CPC, a lot more information, but always within Prism, you'll identify your different trends, and then you'll easily see with those arrows if you're trending positively or negatively. Another thing to point out, like I mentioned before, you can always get to that export CSV to get this data out anytime that you want. Microsoft Ads shows you similar information. And then our premium display is a very powerful screen. We show you in-market impressions, and then we also show you the view influenced visits for those display campaigns. We give you the trends for the in-market impressions compared to those view influenced visits so that you can see how the marketing dollars that you're using are actually translating to the visits on your site. Paid social gives you a little bit of the information about your marketing campaigns on your social platforms. And then you can hop over to conversations and online shopper to see specific product information. SEO is that new tab that's going to show you the organic information about the traffic to your site. We show you the impressions, the sessions, the conversions. We give you the details that your SEO specialist has written up. It's sort of a summary for you to let you know how your strategy plan is working. You'll see your keyword performance. We give you top 100 keywords, as well as those locally tracked keywords. And then down here is some really powerful information about your new keywords, how they're doing, as well as what's improved or declined. So you always see the position information, difference, volume, all of that. Gives you that power without logging into anything else. And then we've also got Google My Business so that you can see website clicks, direction clicks, and phone calls. Cars.com reporting is being introduced into Prism this year. So total connections, mobile connections, it's really showing you an understanding of how car shoppers are engaging with the dealership and the vehicles. So you can see all of the different categories of how they're connecting. But then down here in the grids, you can also see the subcategories for each of those. So you know that you have 153 emails, but this is how those emails broke out. And this is how they compare to the different date ranges that you selected. And then lastly, over in your menu, like I said, we talk about support because we always want you to know and us to know, let's be on the same page about how we are managing your support and taking care of you. Up here in notifications, you'll see that you can manage alerts. You can see the alerts that you've received. And whenever you go to add a new alert, you've got the option to select to create your own custom triggers or custom comparisons, but we also give you some of these templated alerts, which are suggested areas where you can start. All right, so that's Prism. Thanks for taking the time to check out everything that I've been here to show you today. We are constantly adding new features to Prism. So if you ever have any questions or want to check out any additional information, scan that code on the screen and we're always here to chat with you.
I hope that short video gave you a glimpse into the potential of how Prism can save you time, especially if you're dealing with 5, 10, or 15 reports every month and trying to make business decisions on how to drive more engaged shoppers to your website. One of the other benefits of Prism is their alert system. Get notified when things go out of bounds so that you don't lose data. How many times has a website change or maybe a vendor change resulted in some data being lost, only to find that 2 or 3 months go by and finally someone picks it up? If you want better advanced reporting and actionable data to guide your business, I encourage you to go to dealerinspire.com and ask for a demo of the Prism reporting platform. I'm excited to see Dealer Inspire submit their website platform this year for consideration of an AWA award because each year they've been in the top class of websites, and it's because their unique choice to choose WordPress as their content management system. When Dealer Inspire first came on the market and we recognized their platform, some people criticized their choice of using WordPress, but boy, were they wrong. Dealer Inspire chose a platform that makes it easy for dealers to add and update content. And that's a common theme when we talk to dealerships. They just love the ease of use of WordPress and the ability to even use some third-party WordPress plugins. Dealer Inspire has not rested on their laurels. They are continually focused on lightning fast website pages to deal with the demands of mobile shoppers. They've also been working on new tools to handle the unique situation of no cars in stock. I wrote an article recently that exposed that when dealers have 0 in-stock vehicles for a particular model, their search tools start to fail. Dealer Inspire has built new tools to allow consumers to configure cars when they're not in stock, also to deal and identify with cars in transit. Dealer Inspire websites continue to lead the marketplace with innovation, but don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at excerpts from their video presentation to the AWA research team, and let's see what's new this year for Dealer Inspire websites.
Hi, Stephanie Kaczynski here at Dealer Inspire, and I am the product owner of AWA Websites. The Dealer Inspire connected platform was built to seamlessly convert shoppers from search to signature. By connecting the entire customer journey, we can move more shoppers end to end more efficiently. From advanced websites built for speed and conversion to creating connections across your entire digital ecosystem with conversations, to empowering consumers to make real buying decisions with your inventory using Online Shopper, and ultimately reporting on all of your most important KPIs in Prism. The Dealer Inspire connected platform has you covered. And today, I get to show you around the heart of your digital ecosystem, the Dealer Inspire website platform. And while I can and will show you what makes Dealer Inspire websites amazing, I thought John Hennessy, the owner at Riverview Ford, said it better than I ever could. Best website platform out there. I never had this kind of support with anybody, no provider ever. So what makes our websites the best? It starts right up front with embracing our mobile first and customer first mentality. Our platform engineering team has built one of the fastest automotive platforms on the market. With our lightning inventory, your visitors can find the perfect vehicle in milliseconds, not seconds. We are constantly improving the platform to ensure it provides the best experience possible for both dealers and their customers. If you didn't know, our websites are built on WordPress, so your team can easily update, customize, and expand on your website day one. No coding or complicated tools required. Whether you're looking for help or maybe even more advanced tools and capabilities, you're supported regardless of your skill level with live training, our library of how-to videos, and of course, our amazing support team to help you get the most out of your website, however you might need. We've engineered the website platform to immediately drive customers towards their buying decision by giving them an experience that is personalized to their individual shopping behavior and browser history. Messaging, offers, and creative can instantly adapt to the individual user to show them the most relevant path to conversion, which helps to maximize the percentage of your traffic and turn into leads and sales. You can even take the personalizer technology one step further with geofencing and adapt your messages based on the shopper's location. With a simple drag and drop interface, you can customize your website to show unique messages based on the user's exact location, allowing you to create enticing offers designed to resonate with customers who have happened to be sitting in your competitor's showroom, for example. While it's easy to focus on the sales side of the dealership, let's not forget about our fixed ops friends. In addition to having the ability to build out robust service-related SEO content to improve your service department's organic visibility, our platform also gives you the ability to create digital coupons for your service and parts departments directly inside of the back end of your DI website. Designed for mobile users with notifications that trigger inside geo-targets, these coupons draw your nearby customers into your store. Here's something new that I'm really excited about. As the inventory shortage continues, we wanted to help dealers remove dead ends when shoppers encounter a vehicle results page with little or no inventory. When a shopper isn't finding the selection they'd hoped for, they can use our new vehicle configurator tool to build and customize the exact vehicle they're looking for, giving you the opportunity to pre-sell inventory or engage that shopper in your OEM's build to order process. And lastly, we've made creating new pages and editing existing ones even easier with our new site builder visual editor. And there's also a bunch of new features I want to show you. So let's dive right into it. As I mentioned, the inventory shortage is something that we are looking to create additional features for in order to support our dealers. So I want to highlight a couple of those. As you see here, we have a couple of vehicle statuses that we're able to support. So you are able to display to your customers that vehicles are on their way to your lot, they are physically at your location, or any kind of status that makes sense for you. in your dealership. So we are really excited about this kind of a feature and how we can identify vehicles as different statuses and not necessarily just specifically on lot and that they're on their way. Another way that we have been helping to address low inventory is by integrating our build and price tool. We have a drop down here where you can just link directly to the tool, or let's take a look at how we've integrated that with our results page. Here, we're utilizing some banners and advertising to help the consumer find what they're looking for if for whatever reason they do not see it when they filter their results. So we can easily just click this. If we click on a vehicle, you can see how we can just go down from trim level to powertrain, even color, and configure that custom vehicle. Then ultimately we can have the buyer submit a lead form here and present them with pricing information. And like I said, we're constantly improving our platform to ensure it provides the best experience. So we have taken a look at improving the filtering on mobile of our Lightning results page to include some more prominent filters. Here, you'll see some buttons that we've added. And we've added a full screen modal where you can scroll and just improve some of the UI as well as the experience overall. As you filter down the results now, you can see that you're narrowing results just in this full screen modal with that simple button. You can see the number of results decreasing as you interact with the filters. And lastly, we continue to iterate on our Lightning VRP, creating an experience that allows the consumer to really find what they're looking for. So when we see no results, how can we engage them further? We can allow them to customize and use vehicle configurator, build and price something. We can allow them to contact you directly via conversations or a lead form, or just simply reset their results and try again. And what's really great at Dealer Inspire is that we are focusing on integrating our tools right into our vehicle results page, like conversations and online shopper. So let's check this out. If we click this instant approval CTA, we'll get this modal where you can go through and do more of the car buying experience online with your lenders. This is all powered by Credit IQ. That's everything I have to share with you today. And remember, we are always innovating at Dealer Inspire. If you have any questions or want to learn more, scan that QR code with your smartphone. Thanks again.
I hope you enjoyed those highlights from this year's presentation on Dealer Inspire websites. With their growing number of OEM endorsements, dealers who are looking for a new website platform that has the ability to scale and that's easy to maintain should schedule a full demonstration of their website platform. Dealers can go to dealerinspire.com and reserve their demo today. We're excited to see NABThat automotive website platform in this year's AWA Awards because, well, this isn't the first time they have impressed our team with the speed of their websites, their mobile-centric focus, and the unique user interface that makes it easy for consumers to shop on a mobile device. Dealers should understand that if their websites look horrible on a mobile phone, well, guess what? The shoppability, the engagement will be low, and NABThat has laser focused on the mobile shopping experience. With new integrations focused on design and integrations that allow consumers to shop, select, and even reserve a car online, it's a website platform that dealers should know more about. And we are going to share now an excerpt for their presentation to the AWA research team, which might raise your eyebrows to say, wow, I need to check out this new website platform. Let's take a look at the highlights from that presentation.
Hello, everyone. We are NABDAT. NABDAT is a beyond mobile first automotive website platform that was built from the ground up, utilizing state-of-the-art technology. Our platform is built off of Angular. Angular is Google's own framework. So if you use YouTube or Gmail or any Google product, that is built off of the Angular framework. In addition to that, we are also an AWS partner. So all of our dealers sit on their own independent server that is located as close to the dealership as possible. And in addition to that, we are a single page application. Companies like Facebook, Airbnb, PayPal, etc. utilize the same technology. The technology combined allows our dealers to be elastic and to provide consumers with an experience that is beyond mobile first. Here you can take a look at our desktop homepage, very clean and simple, allows a consumer to navigate into the page of interest as quickly as possible. You can see the carousel, homepage sliders, and additional menu items. Our SRP is laid out more like an e-commerce, right? So consumers are shopping digitally every single day, looking at a variety of products. And consumers do not shop for a car every single day, right? They come into an automotive website once every 2 years when they're in market. And we really wanted to make sure that our dealers are being able to provide consumers with an experience that was on par or beyond their day-to-day experiences, shopping for a variety of other products. So here you can kind of see more of an e-commerce layout. Vehicles are above the fold. We have offer banners that can be placed into the site. But one of the big things that I want to mention here is that we have what we call merchandising elements, right? The ability for our dealers to vocalize to consumers and tell them what they want them to be aware of as they go through their journey, their online journey of looking at a vehicle. And so, you can see that here with, lease, 0 down, 1.9% APR. This is really important because here you have the ability as a dealership to communicate with a consumer as they're shopping. And it definitely helps with engagement and creating more opportunities for our dealers. In addition to that, our lead form is not a pop-up lead form. Our lead form is built into the tile, removing digital friction, right? Allowing consumers to auto-populate their information directly into the lead form and submit that right into your CRM. Furthermore, within our SRP, we've now added advertising tiles, allowing our dealers to communicate even more with the traffic that comes into their site about any kind of offers they want them to be aware of or any kind of information they want to provide. So, trade in your vehicle, order a vehicle. We have order vehicle pages for a handful of OEM. And, we want your car, etc. One of the recent things that we've done is allowed our dealers to implement video into the SRP. So right here, I have a video that I can play, right? As a consumer, I can literally hear the dealership talk to me, right? And how important is that to be able to vocalize whatever it is that you want to vocalize to a consumer and to actually have this digital interaction really does help with engagement and creating some personalization for and with the consumer. Our VDPs are very unique as well. Here you can kind of see everything is laid out differently. And what we've done here is, looking at data and knowing from Nielsen that below the fold content is just not consumed. So what we've done here is we built the first no scroll VDP. All of the content is front and center, making it very easy for a consumer to look and find the information that they want, from vehicle details to trade-in offers to a lead form. We even provide our Honda dealers with interior 360 view. So again, the VDP is going beyond the idea of what a normal VDP is and providing a more of a experience that reduces the digital friction and increases opportunities for our dealers. In addition, our vehicle specials page is very unique. One of the things that we look at, again, is data. For every click, you lose traffic. That's it. Now, how much we can debate, right? Some people say 30%, some people say 50%. at the end of the day, you lose traffic. How do we minimize losing traffic in order to create more opportunities? So our specials area actually feeds in vehicles that qualify for that offer. It can be totally customized. And so what it does is consumers don't have to click on a banner to go to an SRP, where a dealer is losing that traffic and then have to try to figure out what car fits the offer and then putting in a lead. So here you can see that the vehicles are right here under the offer. I can put in my information right into the banner, or I can do it on a specific vehicle, and all of that data and information will be sent right into your CRM. Now, our mobile device or our mobile experience is more like a native application. Really very clean, very simple. So here we can kind of see the homepage piece. We have a very dynamic search function. So here I can go into a model, I can do a trim, I can pick features if I want to, I can go with color, whatever it might be, right? And when we go into the SRP again is laid out more like a native application, right? Taking it beyond mobile first. I can swipe through photos, there's no loading. Again, this is our technology that allows us to do it. Again, no lazy loading in here, and I can do that. And one of the other things you're going to notice is, we have our offer ribbons, our merchandising built into it. So again, consumers, no matter where they're going, what they're looking at, you are being able to vocalize and tell that consumer that, hey, I got a 1.9% APR, I got a lease at 0 down, $379 a month. You can also see here that we have engagement buttons down at the bottom that are static, so allowing consumers to call, find, or utilize your chat or text provider, right? They're integrated into that container. Here's an example of our order vehicle page. So here's for one of our Toyota dealers. I can click on the model, click on the trim, and then we also have the premium colors, and the consumer can notify you of the car that they want. I mean, we've done, I think, so well with it that for some vehicles the waiting list is already full, right? And the dealership doesn't want to take any offers on that specific trim level or that model. When we talked about verbalizing and communicating with a consumer, it is important, and banners or pop-ups are another way of doing that. And so we have a variety of different pop-ups that are built into our platform that allow you to communicate whatever it is that you want the consumer to be aware of. Here is an entrance pop-up. We have exit or delay pop-ups as well that have a lead form built into them. So you have all of this. You could totally customize the pop-ups depending on number of page views, idle time, how many times they've come into the page, etc. It is fully customized on what you want to do. You can even do newsletter signups that are integrated directly with MailChimp. We also have what we call side banners or side pop-ups that you can utilize to notify a consumer in a different way. And we also have video pop-ups. So now you have the ability to integrate a personalized video into the pop-up when a consumer arrives onto your site. Again, creating a personalized experience for that consumer. One of the other things that is really unique to us is that we have our own proprietary analytics platform that we built from the ground up. It looks at consumer data retrospectively at what they're looking at from a vehicle perspective. So one of the things that we've been able to do is provide behavioral targeting within our website platform. So if a consumer comes in, they look at a car, they do not fill out a lead form, and they come back a day, a week, a month later, our platform on desktop or on mobile will provide a consumer with that vehicle that they looked at, so they don't have to try to find it again. And they can go ahead and put in a lead form. If that car is not available, we'll show them a car similar to the one that they looked at. Something that's very unique to us as well is the way that we set up Google Analytics. So everything is very granular. So we are looking at that behavioral targeting pop-up. We can see here for the month that, this dealer that we're looking at got 27 of those behavioral pop-up leads, right? But everything is, again, granular. The number of, lead from a new VDP, new SRP, used VDP, etc. And what you see here is exactly how our platform is sending it into your CRM. So the data is completely consistent across the board. So this allows our dealers to utilize data in their CRM that you don't have inside of analytics. For example, your CRM has the closing rate. So if at the end of the month you go in, you say, hey, look at this, I got 20% closing rate on leads, for an example, that are coming from share vehicle, right? Well, you can go right into Google Analytics now. You can look at share vehicle, and now you can see exactly where that traffic came from that performed so well for you. And here you go, right? So again, it's just a way to keep the data consistent in order for our dealers to be able to make better business decisions on any kind of marketing budget that they have, or how their performance of their third parties are doing. And so we really believe in that ability of having that powerful data at the fingertips of our dealership. So what we do is we want to be proactive, and our proprietary analytics platform will send dealers, for every lead that you get from our platform, we will send you what we call a lead report. A lead report gives you the digital footprint of that lead, right? So instead of having a lead that comes into your CRM and it says John Doe and the vehicle that is attached to it, well, what else do you know about them? Nothing else. So what we do is we follow that consumer, we provide you with a lead report, and that lead report gives you all the information of what that customer has done retrospectively. So now you know that not only are they interested in that 2,500, but they came into your website 7 times. They looked at a Ram 2500 multiple times over a week period of time, right? So now it really shows you where that customer is within the funnel, right? So this data is actually impactful because it can be utilized within your day-to-day process of communicating with the opportunities that you're getting. In addition to that, our analytics platform will send you a daily report, another way for us to be proactive within your business. And so this daily report is sent out every morning, and you'll be able to look at what happened during the previous 24 hours, the previous day, and see, where the leads came from, how you're trending for the last 5 days, conversion rate, mobile, desktop, top vehicle viewed, etc. Right? So giving you a really clear outlook of what is happening on a day-to-day cycle. There's a lot more that our platform can do. There's a lot of different integrations that we have with Twilio and PayPal, MailChimp, etc. But I'm limited to 10 minutes. So if you want to dig in more and learn more about what we're doing, then feel free to come to nabdat.com and reach out to the NABDAT team, and we would be more than happy to take you into all of the pieces that we offer our dealers. So thank you again for your time, and we're proud to be part of AWA.
I hope those highlights generated some interest in getting a full demo. NABDAT is addressing the current inventory crisis by identifying vehicles in transit, allowing consumers to custom order a vehicle of their choosing, and of course, the integrations with video, with mobile optimization and payment reservations. Well, it's a great platform for dealers who don't want to look like or be like everyone else in the market. So if you want more information, go and schedule a demo of the NABDAT Automotive website platform today. I was really pleased to see the video presentation from the Synchro team on their websites, because a number of years ago, I heard their team comment that dealer groups were underserved by website platform providers. And I didn't understand that too well until I started working with more larger dealer groups and, well, the time and headaches they have in updating 10, 20, 30, how about 200 websites in a very short period of time. We all know that as manufacturers come back to offering incentives during this inventory shortage, a lot of those incentives have gone away. But when they gear back up, with all the consolidation that's going in automotive, well, website platforms that tailor to growing dealer groups are going to get a lot of attention. And that's exactly what Synchro saw and built into their latest updates. I love the fact that pages can be built and shared Pages can be built and syndicated, and pages can be built, shared, and customized across the entire ecosystem. Imagine having a content curation team that could build a page about maybe your EV charging system and then put that exact page with local customization on any website in the dealer group in a few clicks. This is real time savings and a real benefit for dealers who want to simplify the management of their dealer group websites. And Syncro's done an amazing job this year of meeting those needs. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a peek at the highlights of this year's presentation of Syncro websites, especially for those of you who are watching that work at dealer groups, to see, is this the innovation that your dealer group needs? Let's take a look at that video presentation right now.
So how is Syncro different in a good way? Well, it really starts with those website technology advantages. And what good is technology without great support? So don't forget we're fast. We have reimagined and reinvented what service for dealers looks like. If you're not getting the service you need from your provider, you need to talk to Syncro. With a 94% satisfaction rating in 2021 and a 94% done right the first time, it's imperative that your website is up to date and acted on as you see fit. We're also proven. When you look at independent study from SEMrush, where we sent every dealer who migrated to Syncro, you can see the lifts in all the key areas where you want your dealership to be visible. And when seen from a very specific provider, all the dealers who transferred from that provider to Syncro this year saw an even better improvement in those metrics according to the SEMrush independent study. And it's all about the experience. 4 out of 5 customers get a tailored experience coming to a Syncro site, and those boost your metrics. This is included in every package. Our all new, all inclusive, every package gets every feature is critical, and this is boosting metrics. But what good is boosting metrics if you can't handle the current market conditions? So it's important to note all the things we've done for the experience. If you haven't talked to Syncro about this, you need to. From an inline form to a low inventory message to even new virtual vehicles and in-transit displays, we are improving the experience for the low inventory times that could continue. We are protected. We've been working on ADA for 9 years, but we include a consumer-facing tool again in every single package. Not only that tool, but litigation support, where should you get a letter or a lawsuit, you send it to us and we will provide you all of the documentation you need to fight it. And don't forget transparent. We are the most transparent, with the most events tracked, with the most events fired, with the greatest visibility into your metrics for your dealership, all in Google, all owned by you. And open. We're your website provider. We can't solve all your problems. We know your partners need easy access. They need all access to integrate and display they want to drive your business. And we are leading the industry, seen by several press releases this year. And of course, what good is great technology without great design? The most important thing here is that design should be experienced. With that, I'd like to introduce you to Kelly Ledane, who's going to walk through some critical dealer group enhancements we've made to our platform to ensure dealer groups can execute in all new ways this coming year.
Okay, so first what I want to show you is the ability to send a page to any site in our system. So we know that making landing pages is one of the top things that our users do. So here we wanted to make it easy to send that page to any site that you have access to. So this is a working prototype. We are currently in development and we'll plan to release this March 1st. So in the editor, you're going to go and click on pages. You're going to type in the landing page that you want to send a copy of. Hover over there. You'll notice you have a copy feature right here, or a copy button right here for the feature. Click into it as well, and you can see that same option under page actions. So I'm going to go ahead and copy. Right now, today, you can copy this page on your same site Or now in this new world, starting March 1st, you'll be able to send a copy to any site in the system that you have access to. So you simply select that option, type in here where you want to send it to, select it. Notice there's a counter over here, so you can send it to 10 different sites at a time, and then go ahead and click copy. The system's going to let you know that it went through. And then you're going to go over to the receiving site, and we're going to go back into the editor. And now you'll see a notification letting whoever is looking at this site that there is something new under your pages tab. So you'll go through, click that. You have a received page section and a copy of. So I'm going to click into there. It's going to let you know, hey, here's some things that you should do before you publish this site. So that way the page is live. You definitely want to update the name. We're going to give you a copy of. You look at all the content, your links, SEO, all that stuff. And of course, if you want it to be in your navigation, you'll want to add it there. So you click OK, and that's it. Really simple, pretty easy and straightforward. So now the next thing that I want to show everybody is the operational efficiency that we worked on to sending a piece of content. So we know that you may not need to send the entire page and you just want to send a single piece of content to another site. So for that, we're going to come through into the content library. And the one that I want to send to is a community piece of content, because I have another site that has the same kind of outreach in the community and that sort of thing. So I go through, I find the piece of content, I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to click send copy. You'll notice that this looks very similar to what I just showed you. So we work really hard to make sure that there's parity between our tool sets, that you can have some intuitive thinking into it once you are familiar with the system. So now I click send, it let me know that it's there. So I'm going to come over just for the ease of this demo. I've already got that site up here. So I'm going to go into the content library and boom, it's right there. So it's a really simple way to just send content back and forth. So you don't have to duplicate it, copy paste all the time, recreate it. Then once you get into it, you can just make some changes based on the site needs that you have. Okay, so we're going to stay in the content library here. I'm going to refresh that. And so now what I want to show you is some of our advanced sharing technology. So we worked in 2021 to really streamline this process, make it a little bit more intuitive as far as the options that all of our users have. So let me show you that, and then I will show you how it works. So if you do have the sharing option, right, so you're going to see that in the record. It's going to show that right here. And there's 3 different options that we provide the users. So you'd select one of those options. The first one listed is called editable. What that means is if I select this option and I send the record, I send the copy of the content to another site, then they can go through and edit all these fields in here. The second option is read only. So what that means is they cannot make any changes to any of the content listed in here. And then the last one, which is my favorite, is limited editing. So if you select this option, now all of a sudden you're going to see locks. So what that means is you can choose what you want to lock down and choose what is available for the other rooftops, the other sites to make some changes to, right? So maybe the publish and the expiration date isn't going to change. Maybe some of the copy is able to change, so you're not going to lock that, but you definitely want to keep the title. So that one really gives you a lot of options. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and show you. So we have this piece of content that was created. It's really about vehicles coming soon, which we know is a really big deal right now. I can look down, see all the copy. I notice there's no locks. So as I take a look here, this is set to editable. What's great is I have it shared to a specific location. You can select groups that are already set up in the system. If you are attached to groups, there's more than one site. The system knows that for you automatically. Here's what I mean by that. I just clicked and there it is. I can also select the franchises, so I can even get more prescriptive about who's getting this message, or I can not share it at all until I'm ready. Okay, so I'm going to go through. Let's publish this one. Now let's come and add it to our page. So I'm just going to add this to the home page quickly so you can kind of see how it works. So I'm going to pick what we call a card in our system. So I'm going to put that on there. Let's go ahead and dismiss. Let me know that it worked correctly. It's going to scroll down to the page for me, show me I've got my content there, so I could click to inline edit, but that's not the purpose of this one. So I'm going to click that content button and check it out. So it's already right there for me because it's shared. So I'm going to click save. And here you go. So now you can see that that piece of content has been added, right? But now what I want to show you is the really cool part about this. So once I want to go through and make some changes here, it's automatically going to filter to that page and that content. And the person that has it on that page, as I just showed you, doesn't need to make any changes. It's a huge time saver. It really helps create seamless messaging as well. So I'm just going to come through here. I know that's an Acura site, so I'm going to pick an Acura branded color for this. So that's the change that I'm making. I'm going to click publish. And now let's refresh this page. I'm going to scroll down. And now you can see that that color has been changed based on what I did on the original site. So now you can kind of see with these 3 different pieces of technology, it really helps streamline people's workflows. Creating content is super important, but it can be time consuming. So this really helps with the operational part of that to free up more time. So hope you enjoyed the demo. Thanks so much for your time. Back to you, Jason.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Syncro is fast, we're proven, we're relevant, we're protected, we're open, we're transparent, and we're modern. If you're ready for something new and better, reach out to Syncro today.
I hope you enjoyed the highlights from that presentation, but you should know that the latest updates to Syncro websites are not just time savings. Dealers who have cut over to Syncro's latest platform from other competitors have seen a significant growth in their organic traffic and their SEO strength. That's because of the way in which the Syncro website platform is built, their use of schema tags, and the ease of use of their new content management tools, which allows content to go further across the enterprise and making it easy to customize to individual brands. But a short video is, well, only going to give you the highlights. If you want a full demo of the Syncro website platform, do that today by going to their website at syncrodigital.com. Those of you who have been following my career, you know that I've been coaching dealers for the last 16 years on the importance of Google Analytics, the importance of setting up conversion goals, hard and soft conversion, and to use Google Analytics as a tool to inspect the quality of website traffic. But to tell you the truth, 16 years later, I'm still scratching my head because I go into dealers, Google Analytics account, and they're just not set up properly. Rarely am I finding a dealer who has all of the events, signals, goals, and connections with their ad agency to optimize their ad investments. And of course, I know that my words have not fallen on deaf ears. Colleen Harris and the team at Syncro have built Grace, a Google reporting platform that uses a unique structure inspired by full transparency to create easy-to-use management reports to see the quality of traffic, the engagement of vehicles on the dealership's website, and, well, business intelligent reporting that a general manager can understand. What's so great about this new platform is that Syncro has standardized event names so that dealers can understand what they are, has created a set of goals that allow dealers to see how people initially come into their website, engage, and convert on their website. And using Google Data Studio, an open reporting platform, is giving dealers a whole new set of tools in an open schema that they can add and enhance to provide custom reporting for their dealership or dealer group. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at excerpts from the presentation that shows Grace in its elegance and power for dealers who want more intelligence from their data reporting.
Hi, my name is Colleen Harris, and I'm the Director of BI and Reporting here at Synchro. I'm so excited to be able to walk you all through Grace, our new analytics and reporting experience. Grace, or the Google Reporting Analytics Creator Experience, is Synchro's new solution that provides for dealers transparent and easy to understand reporting that's going to help them make decisions with all of their data. We're in a world now where the more data, the better for dealers, and we want to be able to be a very good partner in that relationship and help provide all the data that we can. One part of Grace is the analytics platform. Synchro is now moving over to Google Analytics 360, which will allow us to have up to 200 custom dimensions and passing in a whole new level of information. This is things like photo clicks, vehicle interactions, and everything else. Grace also comes with a whole new reporting suite. So for all of the products that we have at Synchro, we've designed a whole new selection of data studio reporting that really helps the dealer drill into what's influencing the sales of their vehicles and which strategies are producing the most for them. Going forward, each dealer will have their own view into Google Analytics like they're used to within our Synchro Insight system. What's going to be new for that is all the events that are now being passed into Google Analytics. You'll be able to see in here, we've used a very simple naming convention for all of these things. User interactions are clicks. Filters are the things that when people change and do an inventory search. Site search is when somebody does a site search. We've tried to very much take the approach that what it is, and we're not trying to give it a new name, a fancy name. We just want to be able to describe in greater detail all of the interactions and all of the things happening on a website. Where this really comes into place is something like this. So we look at the deck section for the event category. And now you're able to see that we have the click forward and backward, which is a great thing to be able to know. What are people clicking on? How many photos are they clicking through? But what you also want to know is where are those clicks happening? What galleries are being worked with and everything else. So now every dealer, regardless of package, will have access to all the custom dimensions, which will allow them to then be able to say the deck name. And now we have, you'll see in this example here, over 50 different types of decks on the site. And now you've got all of it. So you know when somebody's clicking in a special rotator, you'll now be able to know the difference between a dealership photo gallery click and an OEM photo gallery click. You're going to be able to know every hero click that occurs and the position of those as well. We have really tried to redefine all of the data and be able to give that layer of granularity that everybody is looking for right now. And this will come free of charge with any of the website products for any dealer. Now, for those dealers with additional products with Synchro, we have redesigned all of our data studio reporting under the idea of looking at website activity in 3 buckets: attract, engage, convert. How many eyeballs are we getting to your site? What is the type of engagement of those users coming to your site? And how did they convert? Since this is all based within Google Analytics, we're able to pull in all the chat leads, all of that other activity, which is just where we need to be going within the industry. You'll also see now that dealers will have access to new VIN-related reporting. So for example, I can come in here, paste in a VIN from the dealer, and it will give me all of the activity on that vehicle details page. You can see here, we have no photo clicks yet, but some have clicked in the payment. And since we've been having this car on their site, we've seen some good clicks into the specs. It's all about trying to understand what is influencing sales as we move away from direct attribution. And this is going to be a chance for dealers to be able to see that. We also have great fun things like being able to look at all of the CTA clicks, buttons across the site. and be able to know when something is occurring or not occurring, and be able to say, where is every place on the site are we using the word schedule? And what's getting the most activity and clicks and what's not getting any clicks? It's all about trying to tweak those little things within a dealer's website layout right now, removing buttons. This is going to be all the data for that. It also then is allowing us for a little more fun data of trying to look at how people are using things like site search and being able to look at that. So now a dealer is going to be able to know exactly what are people searching for on their site? What are they doing? What type of vehicles are they looking for? And just new fun ways to visualize it. All in all, we really do see Grace as the tool for any dealer with a website with Synchro, regardless of the other vendors they're working with. It's meant to integrate and be that one tool that every dealer is going to be able to need.
So now you understand that attract, engage, convert is a really nice hierarchy to look at website traffic and to analyze campaigns and their effectiveness to generate hand raisers who want to buy a car. I love the fact that Grace is integrating lead forms, phone calls, chats, and text, and DR tools to give a robust set of conversion metrics, both hard and soft conversions, to help dealers see which ad messages, which ad campaigns, and which targeting is driving the most engaged shoppers. So if you want more details on Grace, well, go to Synchro Digital and schedule your demo today. Day one of the AWA Product Showcase is in the books. I hope you enjoyed the way in which we've pulled together some of the best products that are helping dealers sell more cars in a digital age, operate more efficiently, or engage consumers online. And remember, we have 3 more days to go. Each day, we're going to be looking at about 12 to 15 products and giving you highlights from our product presentations. But the award winners, well, that's going to be held in Las Vegas on March 10th at the beautiful Aria Hotel. So if you haven't purchased a ticket for the AWA Awards ceremony, you can go to awa.autos and purchase your ticket. We're about sold out. Over 200 automotive professionals will be packing a room to see who's going to get an AWA award and who is going to get the prestigious Vanguard Award this year. So what are you waiting for? If you're going to Vegas, mark your calendar for March 10th at the Aria. We're going to kick it off at 6:30 p.m. Get your tickets at awa.autos. And stay tuned. We have 3 more days of product showcases coming your way.